My girlfriend's daughter told me I'm not her real dad and have no authority over her. So was I wrong for telling her to ask her real dad for money instead of me? Hello, Reddit I plus here. Alright, so here's what happened. I've been with Rachel for 6 years now. Her daughter Mia was 10 when I came into the picture, and she's 16 now. And let me tell you, parenting a teenager is no joke. I've done everything for this girl. I've been there for school drop-offs, late-night talks when she was upset, paying for things she needed, all of it. Her real dad? Nowhere to be found. No child support, no phone calls, no visits. Just a name on a birth certificate. Now, I've never tried to force Mia to see me as her dad. I know I'm not her biological father, but I thought we had at least built some kind of relationship over the years. Turns out, I was wrong. So the other day, she comes up to me and asks for $300 for some school trip. Now, money's tight. Not to the point where we're struggling, but tight enough that I can't just throw around $300 without talking it over with Rachel first. So I tell Mia, hey, I'm not saying no, but we need to figure it out with your mom. Apparently, that was the worst thing I could have said. She gets all huffy and snaps, you always say that, just give me the money. And I try to stay calm. Mia, I just need to check with your mom first. We have a budget and… That's when she cuts me off with, you're not my real dad. You don't get to decide what I do. You don't have any real authority over me, so just forget it. And something inside me just snapped. I don't know if it was all the years of stepping up while her real dad did nothing, or if I was just tired of being treated like an ATM. But before I could stop myself, I said, all right, if I'm not your real dad, then go ask your real dad for the money. The look on her face? Pure shock. She didn't say anything, just stormed off and slammed her door. A couple of hours later, Rachel comes at me, furious. What the hell, Tyler? Mia's upset. She won't come out of her room and she said you told her to go ask Eric for money? So I tell her exactly what happened. The way Mia yelled that I wasn't her real dad, that I had no authority over her. And yeah, maybe I was a little petty, but damn, how much am I supposed to take before I push back? Rachel sighs and rubs her temples and then she hits me with, she's just a teenager, she didn't mean it. And I say, yeah? But I'm just an adult, and I did mean it. Now the house is tense as hell. Mia still won't talk to me, and Rachel's caught in the middle. I don't know. Was I too harsh? Should I have just let it slide? Or was it about time someone pointed out the reality of the situation? At first I was fine giving Mia space. Let her cool off, right? I figured she'd come around, or at least Rachel would talk to her and help her understand where I was coming from. But no. Mia doubled down. For the next couple of days, she wouldn't speak to me. Not a word. Not even a glance. If I walked into a room, she'd either walk out or act like I didn't exist. At first, I told myself it didn't bother me, but yeah, it did. A lot. Rachel, on the other hand, tried to play peacemaker. She kept telling me, Tyler, just apologize. She's a teenager. She lashes out. You know she didn't mean it. And every time I'd answer, then why should I apologize if she didn't mean it? Rachel didn't have an answer for that. Then, one night, things escalated. I was in the kitchen after work, making a sandwich, when Mia walked in, grabbed a soda from the fridge, and started to walk out. Not a word. I sighed. Mia, we're really gonna keep this up? She stopped at the doorway, but didn't turn around. I don't know. Are you still gonna be petty? I put down the knife I was using. Petty? Mia, do you even hear yourself? Do you know how much I've done for you over the years? Now she turned around, arms crossed, full attitude. Yeah, and you made it real clear none of it was from the heart. That hit me like a punch to the gut. What the hell is that supposed to mean? She shrugged. You only did all that stuff because you're dating my mom, not because you actually care about me. I just stared at her. For a second, I had no words. Then, I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because of how absurd it was. You really believe that? I asked. She shrugged again. I mean, if you really cared, you wouldn't have told me to ask my dad for money just because you were mad. I exhaled slowly, trying to keep my temper in check. I didn't say that because I was mad. I said it because I'm tired of you acting like I don't exist until you need something. She rolled her eyes. Oh my God, it's not like that. I shook my head. Isn't it? Think about it, Mia. When was the last time you talked to me just to talk? When was the last time you acknowledged me as more than a walking wallet? She opened her mouth, then closed it. No answer. I continued. You love reminding me that I'm not your real dad every time you don't like something I say. But when you want money, or a ride somewhere, or help with something, Suddenly I'm good enough, huh? She shifted uncomfortably, but still had that teenage stubbornness in her face. Well, I mean, you're not my dad. That's just a fact. I nodded. You're right, I'm not. And maybe I needed that reminder. So, from now on, I'll act accordingly. Her eyebrows furrowed. What does that mean? It means, I said, if I don't have any real authority in your life, then I also don't have any real responsibilities either. You want money? Ask your mom. Need a ride? Not my problem. Need help with something? Find someone else. She looked stunned. You're serious? As a heart attack. She scoffed, muttered something under her breath, and walked off. But I could tell she was rattled. That night, Rachel came to me looking upset. Tyler, Mia told me what you said. Good, I said. Because I meant every word. Rachel sighed. You don't mean that. You love her. Rachel, do you know what she said to me? That the only reason I do anything for her is because I'm dating you. Like none of it ever mattered. Rachel frowned. She's just... I cut her off. A teenager. Yeah, I get it. But I'm an adult with feelings too. And I'm tired of being treated like an ATM instead of a person. Rachel bit her lip. So what now? You just stop being there for her? I rubbed my face. Number. But I stopped chasing her approval. I stopped bending over backward for a kid who doesn't even respect me. Rachel was quiet for a long time before finally whispering, I just don't want to lose you over this. That caught me off guard. Lose me? Rachel, I'm not going anywhere, but something needs to change. She nodded slowly, and we left it at that. Over the next few days, I stuck to my word. I didn't engage unless she did first. I didn't ask her if she needed anything. I let Rachel handle everything. And you know what? Mia noticed. It started small. She'd linger around the room when I was watching TV. She'd stand near me in the kitchen but not say anything. Then, a week later, she finally spoke. Hey, she said awkwardly. Are you still mad at me? I looked at her and shrugged. I was never mad, just done. She hesitated. I didn't mean it, you know. The stuff I said. I nodded. Yeah, well, words still hurt. And I'm not gonna keep fighting for a place in your life if you don't want me there. She fidgeted. I didn't mean that either. I let her sit in that for a moment before saying, Mia, I don't care if you call me Dad. I don't care if you never see me that way. But if I'm gonna be in your life, I at least deserve respect. She nodded, looking down. I know, I'm sorry. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't a magical fix. But it was a start. And for the first time in a long time, I felt like maybe, just maybe, things could get better.